Chicago Sky, y'all stink, bro. Y'all, look, there's trash and then there's trash. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, the Chicago Sky got destroyed by the Stud Buds. Everybody watches the Stud Buds. Shout out to Courtney Williams and Tisha Heiderman, man. Listen, Stud Buds stood on business today. Nafisa Collier stood on business today. They destroyed the Chicago Sky.
Angel Reese just handed out 9 turnovers like Oprah on a giveaway episode. You get a ball. You get a ball. And the Stud Buds, oh, they didn't just show up. They showed out, turning the court into their own personal comedy club. This wasn't a game. It was a blooper reel in real time. If you've ever wondered what happens when confidence meets chaos, stick around because this was a full-on basketball roast, and the flames are still sizzling.
Angel Reese had 9 turnovers. Yo, listen, y'all gotta stop with this point forward foolishness, man. Let's take a look, man. Hold on, man. Y'all be wildin'. Y'all be wildin', son. Bruh, come on, man. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop, yo. Y'all gotta stop.
1 turnover away from a triple-double. You read that, right? Angel Reese was teetering on the edge of basketball history. Not the kind you frame or engrave on a plaque, but the kind you bury under the court and pretend never happened. 9 turnovers.
9.
That's not a stat line. That's a confession. She was out there handing the ball over like she was running a nonprofit for struggling defenders. Here, take it. You look like you could use a fast break.
In the entire WNBA and Angel Reese in garbage time. We saw it. Angel Reese last year against the Fever with like 2 minutes to go. She needed to, I think it was like 6 points and 3 rebounds. And she went and caught like 2 rebounds and then immediately goes at Victoria Saxton 3 times in a row.
At this point, the only logical explanation is that the coaching staff isn't on it. It's performance art, a satire of team dynamics. Because let's be honest, if they try to put her in any real offensive action, the lane turns into a traffic jam that would make Los Angeles blush. You can almost see the paint screaming, "Make it stop." Every time she plants her feet in there like she's setting up a campfire, and don't even think about a pick and roll. The only thing rolling is the ball right into the other team's hands.
Chases after this opponent, gets close to her during a box out, grabs her by her hips, and hip tosses her, throwing her to the ground. She stands up, she walks over to this opponent, bends over, screams in her face, and flips her the double bird. That's the WNBA gold. We're gonna get into it. And the laughter, oh, Angel. Oh, my angel, you're my darling, angel, angel, angel. You've been playing well, Angel. I give it to you. You've been playing well. But every now and then, those stinkers, oh, man.
So, instead of risking a total offensive collapse, they've decided to give her the honorary title of facilitator, which is adorable if you pretend it's kindergarten and not professional-level basketball. Facilitator, as in, we don't trust you to finish, so please just hand it off before disaster strikes. Because if she's not passing, she's bricking. And if she's not bricking, she's flailing. And if she's not flailing, she's traveling both literally and spiritually somewhere far, far away from the rim.
Like, there's absolutely no foul in that. She gets a good whistle, jumps up, and then goes at somebody on the other team. Who's she go at? She goes at Diamond Miller, her former Maryland teammate. And, like, Angel's 1 tech off a suspension as well. And is like, anytime anyone gets into it with her, she's straight in their face. And I'm like, I don't mind that. But you just gotta be smart. To be fair, this guy sucks, so you might as well just go and take your, I'll say it.
It's not just about bad games anymore. This is the basketball equivalent of a government cover-up. No one wants to say it out loud, but everyone's thinking it. Reese is legitimately awful. Not rough night awful. Not rookie learning curve. Awful. We're talking why is she on the floor? Awful. There are garden gnomes with better footwork. There are scarecrows with more reliable hands. And yet there she is clogging up the offense like a chewed up piece of gum in a vending machine slot. But heaven forbid anyone actually bench her. Oh no, that would be admitting defeat. That would mean pulling the curtain back on months of PR fluff and empty highlight reels. That would be the end of the charade. Let her stand at the top of the key, motioning like she's directing traffic while teammates cut and duck around her like it's a fire drill. Spoiler alert, she's not setting anything up. The only play she's making is for the blooper reel. The ball's going somewhere, sure, but usually to someone in the wrong color jersey.
Just when I thought she was turning her season around, just when I thought Angel Reese was graduating from pretend basketball player to make-believe basketball player, the level where it's almost believable that Angel Reese is a basketball player. Just when I thought Angel Reese would pull through in the clutch and do America a favor. With a win last night against the Minnesota Lynx, Angel Reese would have become the most popular player in the WNBA dump. Well, Casey, that's simply not possible. Caitlin Clark will always be the most popular player in the WNBA.
And the worst part, you can see the players adjusting to her limitations in real time. Watch the spacing. Watch how teammates hesitate to cut toward her like they're trying to avoid a black hole. No one wants to be the next casualty of a wild pass, a late screen, or a surprise dribble off the foot. It's like they're running plays with a live grenade. This isn't chemistry. This is survival. The irony here is rich. For all the talk about leadership and grit and championship DNA, Rhea's become the very anchor that's weighing the team down. And not in a good stabilizing way. In a we're sinking and nobody knows how to swim way. As if 9 turnovers is a growing pain and not a full-on basketball identity crisis. As if standing in the dunker spot while your teammate gets double-teamed is positioning and not just being in the way. At this point, the only thing Rhea is facilitating is fast breaks for the other team. She's not a playmaker. She's a plot twist and not the fun kind.
But I know why people are defending this. Let's get into it. Nneka Ogwumike, she gets up, proceeds to get boxed out, unable to move her opponent out of the way. Nneka Ogwumike retaliates, grabs her by the hips, throws her to the floor, stands over her, screams on her, flips her the double bird. Quinterly, Dallas Wings' teammate, being a good teammate, gets in the middle of the two, pushes Nneka out of the way like a good teammate should. Instead of saying, Nneka, come here, let me get you a hug. No, get up off my teammate, girl. Get up off my teammate. Nneka Ogwumike can't let it go.
You know it's bad when opposing teams start baiting her like she's a weak link on a fence. They want her to have the ball. They pray she touches it. You can almost hear the opposing coach from the sideline whispering, let her cook. Knowing full well the dish is raw in the middle and the kitchen is on fire. And let's not even start on transition defense. Watching her hustle back after a turnover is like watching someone try to jog in flip-flops. There's movement technically, but it's mostly decorative. The body language says it all. Frustration without urgency, intensity without focus, vibes without results. Which brings us back to the coaching staff. They know. They have to know. You don't just stumble into that many offensive blackouts and think, yes, more of that, please. This is strategy via denial. They've chosen the path of least resistance, use her as a decoy, call it development, and hope no one reads the stat sheet too closely. And yet, the facade continues. Press conferences full of vague compliments, social media posts with dramatic slow-motion clips that cut right before the turnover.
I'm telling you, with a win last night, Angel Reese would have surpassed the Rue from Waterloo in popularity. Now, I am not saying that her dozens of aliases would have passed Caitlin Clark, but Angel Reese herself, she definitely would have. Going into the game last night, Cheryl Reed, the head coach of the Minnesota Lynx, she told the doofus duo who refer to themselves as stud buds, she told them if they lost this game to the Chicago Bravado, they would no longer be allowed to stream on Twitch.
The whole operation is a masterclass in selective editing. Frame the narrative just right, and maybe, just maybe, people will forget the score. or the fact that the team got blown out while their supposed star tripped over her own momentum. Meanwhile, the rest of the roster suffers. Players who can shoot, players who do move, players who understand the concept of a shot clock. They're being sacrificed on the altar of brand protection because it's not about winning anymore. It's about avoiding the embarrassment of admitting a mistake. And that's the saddest part. Angel Reese didn't ask to be overhyped. The real triple-double, hype, delusion, and denial. Some of y'all get hypnotized by the box score. You see double-double, and suddenly it's like she just dropped a 30-piece triple-baked filet mignon. But if you actually watch the game, like eyes open, brain functioning, you'd know that what unfolded on the court wasn't dominance. It was chaos. Sloppy, unbothered, perfectly marinated chaos. Angel Reese's stat lines are like clickbait headlines. Dramatic, colorful, and almost entirely misleading.
Lads, Angel Reese is currently about to be suspended. She has 7 technical fouls on the season. And if this was last season, in a 44-game season, she would have already been suspended. And it is genuinely one of the funny things about this is that her fans are arguing that none of the techs are warranted. They are all warranted.
Because here's the deal. Her rebounds, sure, she grabs them, mostly the ones that fall directly into her arms after she bricks the shot in the first place. Self-assisted rebounding should be a separate column on the stat sheet. Offensive board off your own air ball. That's not hustle, that's cleanup duty. It's not dominance when you're mopping up your own mess. That's just janitorial work in a headband. And those points, oh, bless those points. Half the time it's because the team is desperately trying to force her into the game plan. It's like watching someone try to shove a square peg through a circle hoop with. Increasing panic. They feed her the ball like she's Shaq, but she finishes like someone whose controller disconnected. Every shot is a gamble, every possession a minefield. And yet, by sheer volume alone, she'll stumble into 10 points. The ball leaves her hand with the optimism of a toddler tossing glitter in the air. Beautiful in theory, catastrophic in execution. You can almost hear the opposing defenders whispering, "Thank you," every time she makes another visionary pass straight into traffic.